Hello and welcome to Model Railroading for Dummies, the how-to show for model railroading dummies just like me. Now, today we're going to continue working on our fertilizer plant or whatever, and then we'll start putting the pieces together. I think it's going to look great. I'm so excited. For long, we're going to be able to start serving this industry on my layout. So, without any further ado, let's get down to my workbench and start putting things together. Okay, now it's time to put everything together. One of the moments we've all been waiting for. Now, first thing we need to do is to put on this little addition here. So, let's put these two pieces together. Got a new thing of super glue. I want to use super glue just because I want to put everything together at once. And it's by far one of the easiest. Make sure that the door is right. I don't want to do a similar mistake again. Let's stick that into place. Now let's get the roof piece. Glue that in. Ooh, I just realized something. I don't need. You try and get that at an angle. Okay. Just realized that this is longer. Okay. Easy fix. Get my knife. Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the one I want. There. Score and snap it off. That's okay. That looks good. Let's glue her down. Oops. I'm used to having to press hard. Okay. Okay. Got that all nicely glued in. Just give it a little bit of time to dry. Alright, perfect. Like a lot of things, this wasn't perfect, but let's see, I think. Okay, there is a little bit of a crack. Let's see if I could sand this down a little bit. Alright, now let's test fit this. There, that's looking really, really good. So, let that dry for a little bit. But let's go on to another spot. Now let's take our base here, which we are going to need to do now. I did cut this in two because I wanted to see what it would be if I did it without this shoulder here. And first of all, I was just thinking about doing it flat against here, which would work. But then we got the problem of see, it would work like that, but then we'd have to have this over here or something like that. And I don't think that is a realistic angle. I mean, I think it might have worked, but I don't think it will work. But okay, I'll turn this around for you so you can see a little bit better. Okay. Now, I was thinking of having it like this on second thoughts, but like I said, the elevator part will not work. I mean, that's just, it's got to be a decent enough slope, because I mean, this auger, this where the grain goes through, here's what comes with it. I mean, number one, I don't have one that's that long. I mean, I can make it work, I can splice it together, but look at the angle. That's not good. Now, if I made it taller, it would have worked, but I already had it made, and I'm not changing it. So, we've got to have this over here. This just has to be. So if we put that there, the thing is, now here's the problem. Okay. Where did it go? Ah, there it is. If we put this over here, it goes right smack dab against the door. Of course. So here's what I think we're going to have to do. We're going to have to get some styrene, so my 30,000s, and stack a few of them together or something to make a wall, a cement wall, like we're going to have to do over here. Because I mean, you can't have it so that it can leak out and stuff. So if we put this to the edge here, like we originally thought, have a wall here, then this door can access that door, and can also access this here. So I think that's how we're going to set it up. So now, this building here, it looks like it's ready to go. So let's glue it in. See, I gotta scrape the paint off the bottom. If I can find my hopefully it'll adhere better. The glue will adhere. Okay. Now let's put some glue on the bottom. I'd say don't overdo the glue, but I prefer to put a little extra on just because, so it's nice and solid to the base. Okay, let's line this up here, this over here, there. And I didn't do it quite right because I got a little bit of spillage there. But most of that's going to be hidden anyways, fortunately. Okay, that looks good. Let's put a little bit of glue here so that try and hold the roof. Connect the roof. Right here, I think I need a little bit higher. There. There. There, now that really stirs up that corner there, just like I want. Okay, now this here, let's put this in place next. So this is going to be fairly easy in that we've just got to put a little bit on the base here. There we go. Now let's line this up. There. That's in solid. We'll have to come back and put in the retaining wall here. Okay, let's put in our towers next. See, try and figure out where do I want to put these so that rust spot can show to the best advantage. Oh, one thing I did screw up here, I got a little bit of paint on my fingers. I got my fingerprint on there. I'm hoping that when I stain this, heck, I should probably stain it now. So yeah, let's do that now. And for that matter, let's stain this here too. Both should be stained. Here's my brush. I should put the cap on them for super glue. Okay, try and rub off most of the India ink, and then let's basically we want to make rain streaks. Yeah, just want to go with the rain. Probably have it lighter or heavier at the top. And so I'll just drag it down. I think the top of this one is just... I'm gonna rub this off, the top off. I'm not satisfied with the look. It's just too dark. Okay, rubbing it off kind of give a good look to it. I'm not going to need any more. So let's dip this off. Get most of the ink off. And up for a good measure, let's dab a lot of the extras off. And just lighter colors need less. Should be more careful, like I should have been. There. Now that gives the impression that it's been around for a little while. Okay, let's do a better job on this one. String it down. Now the brush is not quite so much stuff. Let's kind of, let's take the paper towel and kind of rub the top off a little bit. Hopefully to kind of soften the edges a little bit. Use just a hair more, not much. Try and get most of it out on this paper towel. There. This one turned out a little better. Okay, once again, get most of the stuff off. Just drag it down. This stuff, this being a dark color, will not show as much, so it's not as likely to put too much on like on the lighter stuff. The goal here is to just try and blend everything together. One painting trick I just thought of, which I wish I had done, is if I had a little bit of white paint, mixed it up with the blue paint so that it looked like, right on top, so that way it looked like it'd been in the sun a while. Which I think would have been a cool look if I had but thought of it. But I didn't. So we'll just have to live without it. Just try and think of that next time. Make sure your fingerprints aren't on there. If it's wet, it should be fairly easy to just rub them out. Okay. That looks good, so let those dry. I'll do my chores. We can finish putting everything together. I don't know about you, but things are looking really, really good. Okay, I'm actually recording this voiceover afterwards because there is an audio problem. Now, what we need to do, what I'm doing here now, is you gotta find exactly the spot where you're gonna want to have our elevator chute thingy. So at this point I've already cut the chute thing where the fertilizer is going to go through. Just measure it, put it into place so that it works. I now have it glued onto the thing. Now you know exactly where you want to put the spout, and then put the glue on the roof there, and don't forget to put the glue at the bottom of the elevator, like I'm doing here now. Then once you get your glue in, carefully set it into place, and voila, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, now let's put in the liquid fertilizer tanks. So now you're going to want to decide exactly where you're going to want to put them, and put them both the exact same way so that, you know, the little nubbins that come out of the top, having so that they both line up approximately the same distance, so that they're not in different locations. You want to look as symmetrical as possible. Okay, now that we know where we want them, we'll just simply put some super glue at the bottom, and I'm just using a few dots here and there, or a small bead of glue. And make sure you don't put too much on so it doesn't leak out, you know, so sort of gush out. But carefully put it where you want it, and set it into place. Press it in, and now let's go on to the second one and do the exact same thing. Put super glue on the bottom, and then when you got it all carefully put on, then just press it in like the other one, making sure to keep it about as symmetrical as possible. Okay, now we need to put in the retaining walls, the cement retaining walls. These retaining walls are about 90 thousandths thick. I'm using 3 pieces of 30,000 styrene cemented together to get the width I want. Have them measured out exactly where I want them. So now once again, we'll take our super glue. We'll put a bead of glue along the edges there where we want it. And then glue it into place. Try and be careful to put it as straight as possible. Nice and flush up there. And there. Then we have a nice retaining wall. We'll do the exact same thing for the other side. Okay, now it is pretty much complete. And it looks great, I tell you. The base is nice and solid, so it feels like one whole piece, so that it'll be very easy to move around. The front face really looks nice with that India ink and the Roberts brick mortar. The pile of fertilizer really looks nice. The interior looks fantastic. I mean, we can put some interior formations like where the fertilizer mixer would be in the smaller building where the skid steer would dump the fertilizer in, but that can be done later. All we have to do now is put some Elmer's white glue on the bank and then sprinkle on some sand. That'll be good and complete. I need to put a little bit of rust on the spout thingy, and I need to put a little bit of rust underneath the spout where, you know, rain would cause it to rust a little bit. But other than that, this is complete. And I really like how this has turned out. My first completed Kitbash. Okay, that's gonna have to be it for today. The building is finally done. I tell ya, it looks great. I just added, so I painted the little ledge here with Elmer's white glue, then I sprinkled on some sand I have. So everything is together now, and she looks great, I tell ya. Absolutely marvelous. I love the way it turned out. Now, next time we will put it on the layout. Then after that, we'll have an operating session to show you how it works with the trains and everything. So if you like this video or this series, please feel free to leave a like or subscribe. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit the little bell icon so you can receive notices when I release new content. So keep working on those model railroads. Keep experimenting with new ideas like Kitbash and the like. And until next time, keep your trains on the tracks.